niggas gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby to make a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. From Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Got this complete to Racey McMath. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
On first down, they're going option left. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They go with Chubb on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's where they're
under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action now. Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon, because this team has rebounded.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren down to the 42, 2nd down. The Steelers at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. But he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jackson. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaylen Warren, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun, it's Wilson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That one good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Warren, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got this to Pickens. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught by Jackson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Wilson will throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
George Pickens, his intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now it's Wilson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And a big
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson complete. It's Johnson. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Austin. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now Watson. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they bring out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action with Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On second down now, it's Warren. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Wilson. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Warren. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One last throw here for Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Norwood. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. The beat on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy this.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have crab with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the South out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah.